Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Deputy President tour in US is turning out to spell a doom in his UDA party. And let us just face the truth that on Monday, or rather on the weekend, Omingo Magara resigned as the national treasurer of UDA party. Then after that, the 2nd of March, another deputy national organizing secretary, Dr. Wanjala Yaya, also defected from the UDA and joined the DAPK party. But that has also happened, and the absence of deputy president have exposed some of the loopholes within the UDA party. Yesterday, when they were holding their rally in Kisii, there are some leaders that were conspicuously missing in that rally. While everyone else will think that with the absence of deputy president, it is time for their foot soldiers to put their best foot forward to make sure that they keep the campaign momentum that deputy president has been doing. Now, in this video, I want to look at why I feel that the absence of deputy president is really breaking the UDA party. And I can project here that by the time William Ruto will be getting back in the country next week, he will actually find a shell of a party and will now have to start building UDA from scratch. There is a lot of introspecting that is going on. Behind the scenes, there is an imminent fallout within the UDA party. Click the notification bell, subscribe and click the notification bell, and also share your feedback with us at the comment section. And more importantly, you can also share this video so that it can reach to as many people as possible. And through that, you are also promoting this channel. And I want to say thank you to the people that have been supporting. We are at 9,000. I know with just some few days, we will be at 10,000. And we are growing. And that is it. Now, I also need to mention that Deputy President's campaign team, communication head, Hussein Mohammed, have actually published a report that William Ruto is tomorrow expected to be at White House to meet the National Security Council. And this vindicates my point. My first video I analyzed when William Ruto left here, if you check that video, I said that he was going there on an election mission to complain and tell them about the Kenyan election. Yesterday's speech actually vindicated my point. Now, why do you think that there is an imminent breakup at UDA? And that is what I want to look at. One, William Ruto has been hands-on on his campaigns. And now, before he left, he did not coordinate his presidential campaigns. This was done intentionally. One, Josephat Nanok and Musalia Mudavadi are key members of that campaign secretariat, and he flew with all of them. I think if he wanted the campaign to move on smoothly, he would at least leave one. But then he did that, and the national campaigns now remained unattended because there is no one to lead that campaign. Yesterday, Moses Wetangula was in Kisii, Nyamira, and we did not see that campaign well attended by UDA luminaries. Aisha Jumwa, the coast team were conspicuously missing. Actually, there was no one from the coast. The Central Kenya team was less there. Only Kithure Kindiki was actually there. The Western Kenya team, I think there was Kalasinga or someone. We did not see Boni Khalwale. You did not see Cleophas Malala. Someone might ask that at this moment when Deputy President is not there, it is the time for this team to put their best foot forward. But then that is not the case. So the question that begs is this: was it intentional, Or did he have a deficit of someone he can entrust with those campaigns? Because immediately that happened, we would actually see a lot of activity on ground compared to what is it. But then I listened to Gladys Sholay in Citizen, I think in KTN, when he was saying that the regional blocks are going on, the regional economic forums are going on, but who is coordinating them? And we are not seeing those photos anywhere. If it is Western, who is coordinating Western? Then, if you look at now the way UDA campaigns are being done, I saw, I think, someone in Bumula running his own campaigns. Didmas Baraza is being receiving heaps and praises for pulling crowds in Kimilili. But I dare ask a question. Is Didmas Baraza campaigning for William Ruto, or is just seeking his re-election as the MP? So the national campaigns have remained unattended because there was no leadership that was put in it. Secondly, the nomination fever is emerging. Immediately he flew out. Actually, he flew out at a time when the UDA party was receiving aspirants who wants to vie with UDA to prepare for nomination. But this is coming amidst fears that there were already leaders that have direct tickets. The direct nominations are there. Now, this is already causing a fallout because that is the same reason why Omingo Magara left. And I want to believe that he was in the national team, in the National Executive Committee. Then Dr. Wanjala Yaya, the running mate contest. Immediately, Deputy President jetted out of the country. The next day on Monday, Rigathi Gachagua was in Citizen TV and came out to bring about the talk of the running mate, sharing very contradicting tweets that the running mate position was actually set aside for the Central Kenya team. Now, that did not sit well with Musalia Mudavadi and the team. And the very day ANC came out to dismiss and castigate Rigathi Gachagua. Today, on Wednesday, Rigathi Gachagua have hinted that he's no longer interested in the running mate position. The issue here is this. For the Central Kenya to cement their relationship with Deputy President, they must have a running mate from there. If Deputy President is not going to have a running mate from Central Kenya, then I can assure you that he's going to get less aspirants there, and he might not even win very many seats from the Central Kenya. That is going to bring the fallout because the trust that Deputy President is going to have for the Central Kenya will go down. Rigathi Gachagua was emerging as the best, but seems he has shelved those ambitions. Now, lastly, and this is the big blunder, the rigging claim. I am on record in this channel saying this. While William Ruto's team have been focusing on campaigns, they have been giving less attention on election preparedness, with a very long disillusion that our people are going to decide. It doesn't matter who is going to be there. He even went to an extent at some point saying that Raila Odinga can even choose Oburu Odinga to head IBC, if you remember that point. But then it has dawned on him that he also needs more support, and when it comes to election preparedness, it is not just about focusing on campaigns, but also looking at IBC. That is why, technically, he has actually appointed Davis Chirchir in his office. He's there for the elections of 2022 because he's going to work closely. He's actually the person going to manage the parallel turning center by the UDA team. But then in US, he's also complaining about election rigging. And I want you to listen to this clip.
On your second item as to whether the vote will be stolen, it's part of that recklessness that I was talking to. The recklessness in because you remember the events of 2007-2008 were premised on a stolen election, and we keep hearing this stolen election narrative. And what we are asking is that every candidate in this election must commit that they will accept the outcome of the election. And if they query the outcome of the election, it should be using constitutionally stipulated mechanisms and not pushing people to war. Unfortunately, some of the candidates have never committed themselves to accept the outcome of an election, whatever election. But I hope this year we should be able to push them to that level. And finally is to say that I am very confident from where I sit that no election will be stolen.
Thank you.
The reason why this is breaking UDA is this. It is now showing the voters, the supporters, and some leaders within UDA that the deputy president is sensing defeat. And because initially he was exuding a lot of confidence that he's going to win no matter what, by hook or crook. But now when you see a different man being humble, looking very collected and very submissive in the US, carrying out to the international community to come and help, what only that shows that the people that have been around him have always felt like Deputy President the person, but they're feeling like he's hopeless and is sensing defeat. With the hope, with that sinking in amongst these leaders, many are deemed to walk away because now the Deputy President has actually assumed the position of the opposition that Raila Odinga was assuming in the run-up to 2017. With that environment looking the same as where Raila was, many people are deemed to walk out from UDA because they feel like the president is going to be Raila Odinga and Deputy President has sensed defeat, and that is why he has resorted to go abroad. Lastly, there is also something on the way this number was picked. There are some rumors, and I just captured this and confirmed that the coast team were complaining that they were not included in that list. There was no regional balance when it was coming to that list, and to some it might look like, okay, these are the people around the deputy president. But again, that is just roving around in the social media street. So guys, that's my analysis. When Ruto comes back, UDA will be done.